2 centuries. Good. Don't blink, it's your boy King. Welcome to our show. Presuming you all are having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious, church. I am. Oh no. You were big and strong. Good night. Won't you think my room will miss you?
Your way over down there, right?
Okay. Ugh. So slow. Is sick. By largest two. Good. Maybe this. Don't. Oh. Don't blink, it's your boy in Computer Show. Because doing website having a wonderful day on this glorious night, doing glorious freaking. It is the 3rd July 2026, so day 274 of Project Vendetta. It is a beautiful day outside. We're doing really good. Woke up about 40 minutes ago, so I'm a bit, I'm still. Was it by a mosquito yesterday? I'm still a bit in the mood of, dude, why am I up? Am I working right now? But hey, it's all good, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. So without further ado, what we're gonna do is TikTok live, and that's pretty much it. So today's gonna be a bit shorter because yesterday we went a bit ham, but hey, let's go. The number of pimple brow. Okay. Sunset of the 3rd July 2026 in the Sheen. There you go, perfect. So don't blink, it's your boy. Come up to your show. Just doing what's having a wonderful day. It is the 3rd July 2026. The weather is beautiful compared to yesterday. What a pleasant day. Like I mentioned, we woke up 40 minutes ago, so it's still a little bit of a very early morning for me. But hey, it is what it is, and we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Just this phone that's not ready to rock and roll. This phone is giving me problem again. That's okay. Let's start, shall we? Let's start with a small outro for yesterday. Yesterday I was supposed to do a I was supposed to do a TikTok live. What happened this morning? Why I didn't do it is because, you know what? Oh. Stretching the itch. It's fantastic. What happened was every single day or the last 2 days, when I reach like 4 o'clock, it becomes really tired. Or 3:30, 4 o'clock, I become really, really tired. We're tired. To speak proper English, thank you. And because I feel really, really tired, I'm in a position where I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do the TikTok live. But then it went so well, and I stay awake for so long. So then, what's the plan? The plan is to see this morning how I feel. The plan is to wire my brain. So the plan is to wire my brain so you have every single time a habit of being up at set time. For example, if I wire my brain by not going to sleep earlier or later, right, I can stay up until 12. This morning we did it, yesterday we did it. Actually this morning I was pretty tired around 12. But hey, we watched the entirety of Rock of Love, which was really fantastic. So it's been 2 days since we started sleeping at 12 a.m. You go to sleep at 12 a.m. and you wake up at like 7:30. It's kind of nice because you wake up and like, okay, well, I could go to sleep, back to sleep. This is something that I don't know if everybody has it as often as I do, but I have it often. So because it's 8 o'clock, you're like, okay, well, can I go back to sleep? Because I can't go back to sleep, well, I'm forced to sort of not necessarily wake up and suffer, but wake up in the sense of, I don't know what I'm talking about, clearly. Oof, and I need a monster, but I don't have monster. So yeah, fucking need it. So okay, you have water. And water is enough, has always been good enough, and always will be good enough. So yes, so it's a case of, I wake up and I have a purpose to wake up, versus I wake up and I don't have a purpose to wake up exactly at this time. So I can push one way or the other, which is cool, versus I can only push one way because I have shit to do in not a long time. Seriously, like I was saying, this morning, the new TikTok live, it's awful. Like, for example, I was looking at the sunrise, and I was like, okay, well, the sunrise is behind the building, but more to here. So, when you look at the layout of the balcony where I film, you see this, right? And like, okay, well, how to put this? You see this, and like, okay, well, we cannot really film because of there's what do you call it? A wall, I guess. Because if you were here, you can film from. If you were this, I don't know what I'm saying. Holy shit, dude! I'm so sorry. Come on, dude. Come on, focus. Wake up. Okay. If you're on the other side of the balcony, you can film from the other side. You can always film from the opposite side of the balcony, right? We're lucky because it gives us access to, like, I believe is the nicer part of the two. But at the same time, it's all a question of perception. And with the amount of time that I've been filming, or the amount of years I've been filming, it's been a while, and I'm like, fuck. You know, it would be cool to also film the other way because I would have more diversity and more content, right? It's like, okay, well, there's no sunrise. What happened is from, I want to say 5:30 to 7:15, I didn't have Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi kept turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off. And I was like, dude, you could have made video. Because I'm going to be completely, oh shit, okay. Okay, I have to do something. I forgot. Not a big deal. We lost 60 minutes. It's not a big deal. It was big and strong when was thinking all along. I possibly should wait until we have this. This is another hot day, bro, in the beautiful city of Lachine. It's a hot day, bro. I can actually... Dude, this... Because this phone, again, I'm repeating myself, but the screen is cracked. And, it's so... challenging. It was big and strong and the faking all alone. Okay, so... I understand. I understand what I did. Okay. Good. No. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice because we have a plan. We have a plan in our planning. So when is the last time I did when was the last video I did of Resistance Reborn? Resistance Reborn. I want your things in my room, I miss you. It's 268. 268, and I believe in my heart of heart, in the heart of cards, that we did those two. So 6, okay, nice. Got a small video which is, okay. Day 269. Resistance Reborn. I'm gonna copy and paste. Perfect. Why did I not do it? I didn't have time. Before filming, I didn't have time. Like I said, I woke up at like 23. I woke up at 7:23, and now it's 8:15. Then I had time to have a shower. And that's time for nothing. There you go. That's gonna be a big. It's gonna be a big boy. Nice. Nice. And I also have to be careful because when the phone didn't upload correctly, didn't charge correctly, so I have to be mindful of that. 6%. I do think that I have a battery pack, but I don't know if it's full or empty. Anyway, I have to make some water for myself. This isn't a big deal. So yeah, because the weather this morning was so, well, no, the Wi-Fi this morning was so finicky, I could have definitely pushed for, I can't say it. I could have definitely pushed for a little bit more of a, well, you got to eat. You gotta do something. You can't do anything. Right? This is the, I feel the problem in a lot of situations. I know I have it, but I don't do it. For example, I was supposed to charge the opening the newer playthrough of Top the Tower. So it's gonna be problematic. Nice, okay, good. So this morning, because the Wi-Fi was so finicky, it was a perfect day to push and go ahead and... Why aren't you... Oh, swear, you broke? You're not supposed to break. You're not supposed to break. Please stop breaking. Can I get a hell no? If we are gonna go all night. See daddy, daddy. We like to party, dancing with Molly, doing whatever we want. This is our house. This is our rule. 'Cause we can't stop. And we won't stop. I think it's gonna break games. Who cares? And then think apart. I have to do this. I want to do a mukbang right now. Worst case, I'm gonna do it. You inside. The charge. Oh, and now the other thing that I need is my steak spice. My mom bought me a freaking jar of spice. Oh, this feels good. There's a nice little breeze. This feels nice. So speaking of my mom, today she texted me while I was sleeping, and she was like, oops. This is dangerous. The water is way too close to me for comfort. And we won't stop. And we can't stop. Gotta make sure the disc isn't closed because it closed a couple times already. See, the tomato plant is doing well, but it didn't improve. What did my mom text? She texted me, Adonis is hiring. Are you interested? I have to say yes because it's my mom, but what she doesn't realize is in the announces in French, sorry, in the job offer, they were talking about the 20 hours per week, first of all. Second of all, it takes I think it's I don't even know. But it definitely takes more than an hour and a half. So if you're making me work for 4 hours every day, it's an hour and a half, right? To come back, it's an hour and a half, right? Even if you make me work 8 hours a day, 3 days a week, that is still 18. No. That's still 9 hours in a row. And like, I don't mind if I have to. But if I have, like, for example, I did it for A&W for so many years, right? For A&W, I was doing it, I did it for a year and a half. I was doing an hour and a half. And the craziest thing is, after like, I think it's like 11 months, I discovered it was a bus that was way quicker. Like, ugh, fuck. You know? Definitely should have done that, but definitely should have done that. If I fall for that checking, right? And I don't mind. But it's just that, like, she's actively looking for work herself. And it's a very weird moment right now because she is texting me offered. Oh, phone is too hot. Okay, no problem. She's texting me offer that she applied for. What the fuck is that? You understand? So I'm like, okay, well. Okay. Shout out a weird sound. So nobody can come in. The chain is on. The chain is on. You can try, it won't work. The chain is the single best thing I ever bought for the apartment. My manager would come in every single time. Not knocking, opening the door, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, your door was unlocked. Yeah. I'm at home. I didn't think I needed to lock the door. You know? It's the principle. People are not gonna come in their house and try to come in for no reason. I don't know what that noise was, but bam. Shout the noise. There we go. Just grab the. There you go. Perfect. I don't think I have a subject today. Say, look at this. Mama, merci beaucoup. Montreal steak spice clubhouse. Look at this. Fucking unbelievable. What is kind of cool is I just bit into it. You can literally taste the taste. Oh, it's true, I didn't finish the subject. Yeah, this morning because the Wi-Fi was so finicky, it was a perfect day to film. Because the truth is, if I'm filming, I don't even notice that the Wi-Fi is not working. Which isn't optimal at all. But then, at the same time, you're like, okay, well, you know, it's not a big deal, for example. And by the 2 hours, I was noticing how dependent I was of the Wi-Fi. I was more stressed about not working than missing Wi-Fi, you know? Oh my god. And the tower, which is new, they have this freaking notification, you're offline. They'll tell you like every 5 minutes. It's okay. I had a shit ton of audio files to be watched. Even had a couple of movies. I've been eating more of that mayonnaise. I was talking last time about how I can't believe I ate a whole jar of mayonnaise myself. But the reality is, I don't know when I got it. If it was 2 months ago, I'm like, okay, well, you know, a bit odd. If it's 2 weeks ago, okay, well, you know, it's a bit odd. If it was a season ago, I don't even remember. I want you things in my room, I miss you all the time. I should call my dad also. I haven't called him in a while. Je pique ça.
Hello?
Là-bas, ça va bien.
Oui, toi?
Oui, qu'est-ce qui se passe de bon?
Comment ça, tu fais un numéro masqué?
Ah, non, c'est pour un texte ce matin.
Ah.
Parce que j'avais des appels incessants. Mais c'est un numéro. Right? Puis le numéro, ça me dit que c'est une telle compagnie. Mais c'est une compagnie d'assurance de vie, quelque chose comme ça. Fait que là, j'ai vu un numéro masqué. Puis vu qu'il me connaissait pas, j'ai masqué mon numéro. Puis j'ai appelé, puis j'ai dit, bon, ben, j'ai reçu beaucoup d'appels ici, c'est qu'est-ce que vous voulez. Là, ils m'ont demandé 3-4 fois c'est quoi mon numéro, parce que si on mon vrai numéro, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? C'est qu'on va commencer à appeler plus souvent. Pour des promotions, puis tout, tu comprends? Ces compagnies-là, qu'est-ce qu'ils font, là? C'est qu'ils font des appels. Ça arrive souvent quand tu reçois des appels, puis ça raccroche tout de suite après. Pourquoi ils font ça? Pour voir si le numéro il est en service, la personne la répond. Fait quand ils vendent ton numéro, ils disent oui, c'est en service. Mais toi, comment tu vas, toi?
Mais pourquoi qu'ils t'appelaient exactement?
Hein?
Pourquoi qu'ils t'appelaient?
On a une nouvelle offre pour vous qui pourrait vous intéresser.
Une offre de quoi?
D'assurance de vie.
Une offre de?
Assurance de vie?
Ok.
Ouais, je dis, ben, j'ai déjà une assurance de vie, mais j'ai dit, c'est un peu spécial d'appeler les gens avec une assurance de vie.
Où est-ce qu'ils ont pas? Où est-ce qu'ils ont pêché tout l'autre?
De un, de deux, ils appelaient à chaque jour pas. Et qu'est-ce qui arrive aussi, c'est que c'est pas un numéro de compagnie, là, c'est pas un numéro qui est enregistré. Des fois, tu vas avoir des appels, ils vont dire exactement c'est qui. C'est un numéro personnel. Il appelle à des 7h du matin. Ouais, c'est très étrange. Fait que j'ai mis mon numéro masqué, puis je l'ai appelé, puis j'ai oublié de l'enlever. Parce qu'à un moment donné, c'est le c'était qui toi? Anyway, comment ça va toi?
De toute façon, même si t'appelles, même si t'as mis un numéro masqué, quelqu'un va t'appeler, ça va te taper.
Ouais, mais la différence c'est que.
C'est juste toi qui appelle qui peuvent pas voir ton numéro.
Je sais, mais c'est pas ça. Le but c'est pas ça, le but c'est d'avoir un numéro qui n'est pas toujours vendu comme client potentiel. Fait en répondant pas, ils pensent qu'il n'y a pas de personne à ce numéro-là. Quand j'appelle avec le numéro masqué, ils ne peuvent pas savoir ce qui est appelé, ils ne peuvent pas voir que bon, ben, c'est coup de fil-là, tel numéro marche, on peut le vendre.
Non, je pense pas.
Moi, je prends pas de chance. Comment tu vas, toi?
Ben,
Good? Qu'est-ce qui se passe de bon?
demain matin, t'as-tu quelque chose?
Ben, ça dépend. Ça dépend à quelle heure je me lève. Parce que l'autre, il a écrit une bonne shot hier.
Qui ça?
Mon voisin.
Non.
J'ai pas bien dormi. J'ai mis peut-être un 2-3 heures.
Si tu veux, tu peux venir par chez ici. Tu viens, mais tu viens parce que cette semaine, j'ai fait du café, j'avais mis j'ai fait des choses, puis...
Non, mais je te jure, je me suis levé, j'allais dehors, j'allais sur le balcon, j'ai dit, ah shit. J'ai dit, il était content de me voir, je l'ai manqué. Il n'a pas checké la température, mais j'ai pas checké la température moi non plus. Fait que là, je m'en prends une douche, je commence à faire mes affaires. Là, je regarde dehors. Ensuite, il m'a texté. J'ai dit, ah shit, il faisait beau.
Ouais, il annonce beaucoup.
Mais je vois pas, j'ai pas qu'il allait pleuvoir, je sais pas ça.
Demain, il annonce pas.
Mais je sais pas, sincèrement, c'est l'autre qui a écrit hier, là. Et ça se peut que je dorme très bien, puis ça se peut que je me réveille. Je me réveille assez tôt, je me réveille à 6 ou 7. Mais j'ai contre. Je sais pas pourquoi.
De toute façon, si tu travaillerais, là, tu ferais quoi?
Je sais pas. Mais si l'autre écrit comme un malade.
Tu peux pas te dire, je rentre cette journée, puis le lendemain, mon voisin, il m'empêchait de dormir, c'est que je rentre pas.
Mais je sais, mais qu'est-ce que je fasse? Des fois, je mets des bouches-oreilles, mais. Mais pas tout le temps, là, vraiment, c'est pas confortable. Deuxièmement, c'est dangereux. Je sais pas quoi faire, là. Mais je mets de la musique ambiante. Mais ça veut pas dire que ça marche, là.
Je te pas faire.
Merci, ben. Comme je dis, c'est pas un nom, là, c'est juste que je sais pas.
Non, moi, je peux pas agir avec je sais pas, là.
J'ai pas compris, excuse.
Moi, je peux pas agir avec je sais pas, là.
Papa, qu'est-ce que je fasse?
Tu viens ou... Tu viens pas.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je fasse, papa?
Bon, mais... Quand tu vas t'intéresser à venir, ben, tu viendras.
Hein?
Quand tu vas t'intéresser à venir, ben, tu...
C'est pas un manque d'intérêt, papa. C'est pas un manque d'intérêt. C'est pas un manque d'intérêt, tu penses que je vais pas te voir?
Non, mais... Ça fait plus que tu donnes que je sais pas.
Ben, je comprends pas, mais... C'est juste pas donné.
Rien.
C'est juste pas donné, c'est tout. C'est pas génial, mais c'est pas... C'est la vie, tu sais. Regarde, j'ai vu maman la semaine passée. J'avais pas vu maman, j'étais arrivé toi. C'est clair. Je serais passé un lundi, je serais passé un mardi, ça m'a pas dérangé. Mais là, j'ai vu maman.
C'est pas de vie.
Hey, maman, là, ouf. Elle m'a menti bien raide, pas. Je te jure, là, lundi, mardi, j'étais fucked up, là. Elle m'a menti bien raide, ce qu'elle m'a dit. Elle m'a fait des copies pour mon CV. Elle dit, t'as pas besoin d'une copie de ton CV. J'en ai plus. Fait que là, on s'en va, là. Elle me dit, elle a menti à moi, elle m'a fait au lit. Elle m'a fait tout le monde sec. Elle a dit, on va aller au Fairview parce qu'il y a pas de. Comment je disais ça? Il y a pas d'autobus. De un. De deux. Qu'est-ce qui arrive, c'est qu'elle a dit comme de quoi que. On va pas au Fairview, ça me tente pas aujourd'hui. C'est parce que ça fait 3 ans qu'il faut la voir. Ça fait 3 ans. Les 3 ans, on a toujours été au Fairview. Fait que là, elle m'apporte une place qui est des smoke meat que j'aime pas. Encore une fois, elle sait pas, c'est pas grave, c'est gentil de sa part, là, je me plains pas, j'aime pas ça. Puis elle m'apporte là-bas, pourquoi? En arrière, il y a une agence de placement. Fait qu'elle me dit, hey, j'ai besoin de ton CV pour faire des photocopies. Tu prends mon CV, tu le donnes pour la personne pour les photocopies. De un. De deux, tu me dis que Fairview ça t'intéresse pas, mais tu me dis que c'est bien on mange là parce qu'il y a une place à côté. Si tu m'apportes à une place parce qu'il y a une agence de recrutement, ça me dérange pas. Mais dis-moi là. C'est pas quand qu'elle s'est faite. Là, évidemment, elle a pas checké si c'était ouvert. Papa, qu'est-ce que je veux dire? Tu me croiras pas là, mais je te jure la vérité. Il y a un gars, Nowhere, qui me demande qu'est-ce que je cherche. Parce qu'à côté de la place, il y a un CAA. Là, j'ai dit non, j'ai invité pour appliquer. Puis il dit, ben peut-être on aura de la place pour toi. La compagnie, ce que ça fait, c'est que ça vend des. Les systèmes ATM, là. Les systèmes de guichet automatiques à la caisse, là. Ça en vend. Fait que toi, ta job, c'est quoi? C'est de vendre, puis ça, il connecte à un technicien. Fait que le gars, il prend mon CV, maman, hein? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a en arrière? De un, t'allais pas avec ta mère, c'est pas sérieux, de un. De deux, elle est en train de se vendre, Rustic. Elle est en train de se vendre. Je te jure. Le gars, tu sais ce qu'il me dit? Est-ce que tu parles français, est-ce que tu parles anglais? Je dis oui, je suis parfaitement bilingue. Ma mère est en arrière, elle dit moi, je suis trilingue. Puis après ça, elle dit, elle donne son numéro au gars, puis elle dit si vous cherchez quelqu'un, moi aussi je cherche l'emploi, puis vous pouvez m'appeler. Fait que là, je suis en crise, fait que là, je lui parle, puis j'ai dit, man, j'ai dit, qu'est-ce qu'elle a fait? Qu'est-ce qu'elle a fait? J'ai dit, le gars, comment tu fais qu'il me prenne au sérieux quand ma mère est en arrière de moi? Il dit que non, à 33 ans, parce qu'il y a mon âge dessus le CV, il est pas capable de trouver une job tout seul, de un. De deux, le gars est en train d'essayer de se vendre. Ta mère est en arrière, elle coupe, puis elle essaie de se vendre elle-même. Fait que là, ma mère me demande aujourd'hui est-ce que tu as reçu un appel? Non. Qu'est-ce qu'elle me dit? C'est bizarre, moi j'ai reçu un appel. Fait que, en tout cas, puis là, c'est des affaires. C'est pas cool. Elle voulait que je voie un docteur à tout prix. Elle dit, c'est pas mal d'être gros comme ça. J'ai dit, t'as vraiment avec ta glande thyroïdienne. Là, j'ai dit, moi, je parlais d'avoir un docteur, je suis pas à l'aise. Elle me pousse par rapport à ça, là, elle me pousse. Pourquoi je suis pas à l'aise? Parce que, exemple, il y a quelque chose de vraiment mauvais avec moi, là. Tu sais, je veux pas le savoir. Je veux pas le savoir. Je veux pas le savoir. Elle me pousse pour faire ça, puis j'ai pas envie. En tout cas, fait que j'ai tout ça pour te dire que c'est pas facile, là. Mais bon. Ça fait que. On se voit, regarde, demain, je peux pas dire oui. Parce que ça fait que je t'en. Yes, pas problème. Fait qu'on se prend soin de toi, puis garde. As-tu vu les photos que j'ai envoyées pour le plat de tomate? As-tu vu la vidéo que j'ai envoyée pour le plat de tomate? C'est pas ça? Non. J'en ai envoyé plein. C'est étrange. J'ai demandé, comme j'ai dit, j'ai demandé à mon voisin. Il n'y a rien eu encore. Regarde, je t'envoie ça maintenant. Fait qu'en tout cas, c'est qu'on se voit, ok? Ok, c'est bon. Ouais, papa. Holy fuck. Needy, bro. He invited me for breakfast tomorrow. Oh, shit. Stop, dude. He invited me for breakfast tomorrow, and I'm like, dude, no. Because he does it and I fucking hate it. He'll tell me like, hey, if you're free right now, we can come. I don't like that. I don't work like that. I have to be warned before. Like, and I said that tomorrow. I told him no because I got shit to do, right? And then he tells me, I don't mind. If I knew it, if he told me this morning, I wouldn't mind. He tells me tonight, no. Because I'm not gonna move my whole schedule for you. And I know this is bad to say, but like, I don't mind if it's planned, but if it's not planned, I'm gonna add you to the schedule, and I know that I'm an asshole for doing that, but hey, work comes first, right? And then he tells me like, when you're interested, come. I'm like, dude, it's not a lack of interest. He's like, yeah, but I haven't seen you in a week, so So it's a week. It's a week. It's not that long. It's not that long. I told them I saw my mom. I told them that I saw my mom. I saw my And then you hear what the background, the girlfriend said in the background. She did another lie. So stuff. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? So what am I supposed to do? So, this morning was a perfect morning to make content. Then I called my father because I hadn't called him in a while. I haven't called him in like a couple of days. I had my number masked. He spent more time asking me what my number was masked. Don't worry about why the number is masked, okay? Told you why. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You keep making it a big deal. Just it's so complex. Like, I'm a simple guy, right? Please keep it simple. If you have to make it complex, there's no problem. But if you don't have to, why do it, right? So, I go to bed. It's 1 o'clock p.m. The reason why I have to do the 1 o'clock was because we watched Rock of Love. Today I went further because yesterday, and this is insane because yesterday we watched from season 3 episode 1 to 6, and then today I don't know why, but I didn't think about 13. This 13 episode. So I watched from 1 to 13. The 1 through 13 is 45 minutes more. I didn't think about that. Yesterday I was able to go to sleep at like 12:30. Today I was able to sleep at 1 o'clock. I have to say, the file uploaded super good, super nice. Yesterday we did have a problem with one of the playthroughs because all the wires are tangled up. At this point, there's no use because there's like 8 wires and it disconnected. So today, super simple day, super simple day. It's very warm, so I want to stream. When I stream, I have to put the AC, and the AC is not super like, it's not ideal because it's very noisy, right? So I'm gonna try to put that like one. I was listening to myself because I listen to myself to make sure that the VOD is working. And with the first one, the AC is very nice. So I'm trying to do it second speed. We'll do it till 4 at 4 o'clock. I'll do it at 4 times the speed. At 5 we'll go out and make some content. But today I'm gonna stream a little bit more. We also have to do like a lot. Like this morning was a shame because I could have really used the Can I talk, bro? I could have really used making content. Yeah, I could have used the Tower Talk. I could have used the Planet Idol Miner. See, I wrote down. Did I write it down? Yep, I wrote it down. So yeah, so like I'm saying, could really use that, but I have so many like mentioned. I have to open a new tablet, but the new tablet means that I'm doing a new playthrough, and I don't not right now at least. But then at the same time, I kind of have to start it soon because I'm gonna have a new tablet. Like I said, I already have a new tablet. But the issue with the new tablet is gonna be what? The issue with the new tablet is gonna be that I don't. Yeah, the sooner I started, the sooner I can start working out and losing weight. But that was not planned. Well, that was not planned because when I planned, like you guys know that I had money problem for 3 months. So when Amazon Prime Day happened, I was like, okay, well, long, and the money came back. I realized that I had money on Amazon Prime Day. So the Prime Day was finishing on Sunday. And I realized that I had money on that Sunday, and the money. I was like, okay, well, what do you want to buy? And I was like, well, this tablet is very finicky. This tablet started giving problems, And it was kind of like a coincidence because like the tablet started to give me a problem. Maybe you need a new one, right? But if I have a new one, I'm not gonna do the sword. I'm gonna do a new playthrough, right? Because this one is not super good, but as long as you know how to like what to avoid, you're good, you know. So, for example, going on uploading, recording, the battery is not that great. But you know that you have to check it more because it's not that great, and it's still very, very okay. It's like in between this one the battery is shit. This one is okay, and this one is okay. So it's in between. Like when this is 5%, you have to start checking both crown and this. The rest are good. So yeah, so I bought the tablet, but the tablet wasn't planned. Tablet wasn't planned. So I know that if I start that, I'm gonna be fucked. The plan is to start it like even then. I don't know because I have it tournament tomorrow. The plan would be to start it tomorrow for the okay. After the tournament, I could definitely do that. I can definitely do that. I could do the yeah, okay. I want to clean the apartment. The apartment is filthy, like really filthy. Because I hadn't cleaned it. It's been very hot. Today's not up. I was gonna say today's not up. Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake here. What's the mistake? It's not a big deal. Just there's no volume here. Yeah, sorry about that, everything. You missed an hour of content. It's okay. Because we have it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playthrough. I could do that. Because tomorrow tournament I'm gonna have to pay attention. Like a lot of attention. And what I can do today is I can do entire talk and take care of every single thing. Make sure that they're at optimal. And then if I'm there at optimal, what I can actually do is focus on the tournament tomorrow. Like I said, a new playthrough tomorrow, which is perfect because so between it's so dumb. But tournament wise, you got Wednesday that's important and Saturday. Between Saturday and Wednesday, there's more days in between Wednesday and Saturday. There's one more day, but still. So I could do that. The cleanup is harder because it's so warm in the apartment, but it's warm for everybody. It's warm for everybody, so can't complain about that, right? And yeah, so there's not really a subject yesterday. I just have to talk about like Carly yesterday. I talked to her. It was so good. It was so good. Like judgment free. Like people calling me. Like for example, my father. My father was pissed. Because like, oh, you said you were gonna come and you didn't come. I'm like, dude. And he said I had coffee on, I had sausage on. I'm like, dude, that's not true. Because I told you at 6:30, and it was 8 o'clock. We're supposed to see each other. You're gonna put the sausage in the oven for an hour and a half. You're gonna put the coffee on the coffee pot for an hour and a half. No way. On the percolator for an hour and a half. No way. I don't believe it. So it's not true, you know. And it's to make me feel bad. I said, oh well, let's prepare this, and then was I planning to see him absolutely, but I ended up being sleepy. And you have a choice. And also, my father, I don't know if it's most people that don't understand that, but like, don't you want me to, in a good mood? If I come to your place and I'm already in a bad mood, what's the point? He was pissed off. You know, it's like I was saying with Carly yesterday. He called with no. And even then, I gotta be honest. Waking up today at 7 o'clock is not a good idea. It's not a good plan because I come here and I have nothing to say and I'm clueless. Clueful. it's not good, right? But hey, calling Carly today, like no judgment, able to talk. I did feel bad because I had so much baggage to tell her. I had to I was hoping that it was so weird. I was hoping that she had a bit more baggage. I feel less bad about having baggage myself. But I'm like, dude, she got something. I'm there. She didn't get anything. Like, and it's crazy because we haven't talked in like almost a month. So you realize just how little happened in a month in life, you know? Wishing you had more baggage is fucked up. It's fucked up, but it was a really good call. It was a really good call. It was good to hear her clear things out. Super thankful. Very thankful that I have her in my life, you know? And very understanding too, you know? Very understanding too. So yeah, so that's pretty much the intro. Very interesting, right? I don't know, there's something that we have, like yesterday I did in 3 hours. Yesterday, like, and it's so odd because yesterday I slept for 5 hours and a half and I was good. But I've been starting to listen to hypnosis for sleep, right? Sleep hypnosis. But it's odd also because you're sort of in a position where it's placebo effect. So this is why I want to see the doctor, right? Because I know. Oh, I got a text. Ah oui. Oui. Il produira malheureusement pas full. J'ai l'impression. Yeah, this is like I'm saying for the doctor. If I don't know, I'm not gonna suffer from it. Which is a completely outlandish statement. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But it for me it does. Now I have nothing to cool it down. But try to use cheese. Maybe cheese will work. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Maybe cheese will work, who knows? And you're kind of messing up your cheese, but hey, I'll sacrifice this for you. So yeah, so this is why I'm afraid to go to the doctor, because I'm like, dude, like right now, I know I'm not the healthiest person, but I know I'm not the worst. C'est tout comme dans le jardin, c'est quoi? Ah, ça. Mais je suis quand même content parce que ça fait un méchant bout un fodder. On n'a pas essayé. See, the behind me is so nice. Puis je vais pouvoir voir si un plan c'est viable. C'est le fun d'avoir des petites tomates de jardin. C'est sûr, j'ai pas de la place pour un jardin full, mais un plan, c'est bien. Puis au moins, avec la chaudière, j'ai pas à m'inquiéter de changer Lipo. Hoopa. There you go. Mom takes me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was that. Oh, I don't feel. Whew. See, so if I know placebo effect, I don't know if this process. I'm definitely not the healthiest, but I don't think there's something wrong with me. I don't focus on what's wrong with me, right? Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Most of my life, you've been looking for knowledge until you understand that knowledge hurts you, and when something hurts you, you avoid it. So if knowledge hurts you, you avoid it, and if knowledge is the way for the future, you avoid a future. It's kind of complex, right? So yeah, and it's sort of tough because you're seeing like, okay, well, if I don't know what's wrong, I must focus on it. There's just something wrong, right? I don't know if it's possible that, like, for example, diabetes is a big fear of mine. The big fear. You know, so it is possible. It is very possible. It is very, very possible, you know? And it's really tough. It is really tough to think about it, to sort of witness it, to sort of understand that, hey, it's gonna be a mess, bro, you know? But at the same time, it is what it is, and I'm happy about it because see, this is also, I think placebo effect is important, but I'm also thinking that the choice is important. I got a choice of knowing and not knowing, right? As it is. I'm gonna say something that's disgusting, but my father grew up on a farm, and when he was younger, he was naming the animal. His father kept telling him, "No, you're gonna get attached, right?" And that's bad to say. I'm sorry to say, but and then he had a younger brother and younger sister. He had to tell them, like, don't name them name because they get hurt, right? And then I was supposed to have a sister, right? And then they got attached to her because they knew that it was a daughter. They were ready for a daughter. They were really ready. And then they're like, okay, well, we lost a baby. And then they had me, and if it wasn't my case, I wouldn't know if it's a boy or girl. I wouldn't know next to nothing about the baby. Not because I'm not interested, but because you don't want to get attached, right? You don't want to get attached. Because you don't want to get attached, it's tough. It's tough. Because you're choosing blissful ignorance. And I don't think ignorance is always the answer. And do I think it's sometimes the answer? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it's the answer, but not always. And that's very, very nice because I have the choice to do it. Right? So that's why I'm afraid of the I'm not afraid of the doctor, but I'm avoiding the doctor. But then it doesn't matter. And then I thought about it a lot, and it's not fair for my mom because I'm imposing my choice on her. Like, as much as she's imposing the doctor on me, I'm imposing my choice on her. Like, she wants a doctor because she's worried. I don't want a doctor because I'm worried, right? The less I go, the more she's worried, and the more I go, the more I'm worried. See, so it's complex. It's complex. What I could do is I go to the doctor. We take a test, everything, and I tell her, like, hey, I want to know the results. Can you just tell my mom? And even my mom is there, like, I don't care. There's gonna be compromises. But then, do I trust my mom to be able to not tell me? No. It's okay though. It's okay. She'll let it blur out. She'll be like, hey. Also, the part of me was thinking that possibly she's looking for an excuse for why I'm so lazy. And she's like, I'm sure that you have a problem with you, and it's not normal that you think that. And I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. But my parents have I don't know if my mom has it, but my dad has it. Like the thyroid gland problem. But I don't believe it because it never was a problem for him. The girlfriend got it, and then he checked. Like, oh yeah, I have it too. I'm like, no, bro. If it was a problem, you would have checked without needing the confirmation that the girlfriend had it. No? So it's tough. So, but with Carly yesterday, like, the non-judgment, the listening, the sharing, it was just so nice. It's just nice to talk to someone that cares also, you know? Someone that cares, because you're like, dude, this is nice, and this is what every single one of your talks should be. Like, people that you truly care about. If I'm able to choose who I talk to or who I don't talk to, if I'm able to choose what kind of conversations I have versus what kind of conversation I don't have, then I should be able to have conversation with the people that I want. Now, again, this is kind of tough because you're asking yourself a question where, like, well, life isn't about choosing your conversation. Life isn't about choosing what you want to do, because everybody would want to do something. Anybody would want to do something, you know. So it wouldn't work, right? But the simple fact that you're not able to choose, and at the same time, like, I understand if you're your colleague, but in real life, if you have a person in your life that you want to avoid, you do avoid them. Not even a question of do I have to deal with that person. It's a question of if I don't have to deal with that person and I don't want to, I'm not gonna. Then that's not life, you know. So this to me, this is fascinating, where there's a level of things that are socially acceptable to ignore, right? For example, there's some examples that are super good. For example, one of your friend is a junkie, right? Or one of your friend stole from another friend, right? So I'm gonna tell you like a scenario that I completely made up. There's no truth to it, right? But you take a person, right, and they took money from somebody else. You got two friends. One friend stole from another friend, right? And the friend who got stolen by is like, dude, this guy stole from me. This guy's an asshole. This guy stole from me. Be careful. And then you don't ask the other person, but you're cautious of them. You're cautious of them. You're like, are you gonna steal from me? Are you gonna steal from me? Are you gonna steal from me? And you're always super cautious because don't steal, right? Then you realize that the guy didn't steal. The guy, the person borrowed something for so long they forgot that it was theirs. For example, with my father, we had a huge problem because he started borrowing DVDs and I started borrowing DVDs, and then there was a problem of who's whom. I think he got two movies. I think he got Abraham Vampire Hunter and Empire State, and I got a shit ton. I got I think Lord of the Ring, which to me is better, way better. But yeah, so the guy just forgot that it was his. The guy took back what it was his. He didn't steal, but because he thought he was stealing, you don't give him a chance to explain himself, or you judge. If you had, I don't know. This is so complex because would you ask your friend to tell you like, hey, tell me if this person is bad? You have to discover for yourself. Then you have to put in the compilation of what are my perception of bad. For someone, this is bad. For someone else, this is not bad. Right? This is a small action. Small action. The phone, I scratched it. It's scratching on asphalt, on a rock. I'm just gonna check something because the door did. because the apartment is a mess. Today I'm not feeling good. Today I'm not feeling good at all. I'm not sure as to why, but I'm not feeling good. I think it's because we ate cake this morning. This morning I overdid it. I ate cake, I ate leftover cookies, but I ate like shit. And right now we're paying consequences. It's not a big deal per se, but some. Just so, of course, because the apartment is dirty, like, this is another example. Because the apartment is dirty, like, I'm gonna have an inspection, but I shouldn't have an inspection to clean the apartment. Or if I want to clean the apartment, I don't like it, but I have to do it. It's part of being an adult, right? It is part of being an adult. And even then, I think that there's a lot of insecurity, there's a lot of thoughts process, but it's human life, it's flawed, it's beautiful, it's amazing. It is what it is, you know? So for example, like, right now, I'm afraid to, I think, subconsciously I'm afraid to do like a longer, I think this is going far, but imagine, I think I'm afraid of doing a long intro because I'm afraid of not being able to do the subject that I want to do. So that I want to do tomorrow. Why? Because today the weather is done. It doesn't matter what I do, the weather is done, right? So if tomorrow come in the morning and I have nothing to say, so there was this specific day, like 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days, I think it was like Saint Jean. Yeah, it was Saint Jean. And the weather was beautiful, like really nice. It was a nice way to watch I think it was just Predator, which was like 2 days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. And the weather was so freaking nice. And I was like, dude, do you have anything to talk about? Right? And it was nuts because you technically didn't. You know? It's just so weird. Because I'm like, okay, well, it's better to keep something to talk about. But then it doesn't make any sense because let's say you have a good subject, right? Are you going to be waiting years or months or weeks or even days to talk about it? No, of course not. You're not going to wait for something. However, we did a Cyberpunk Edge Runner Season 2 trailer review, and I had watched Cyberpunk Season 1. So I knew what to talk about, and technically speaking, I didn't know because I was familiar with the lore. I was like, yo, this is this is pretty good actually. I'm craving Cyberpunk. I'm not gonna lie, I'm craving Cyberpunk. Not a lot, but I'm craving Cyberpunk. I'm craving Cyberpunk like a little bit. I don't know why. Such a good game. Well, because a lot of people are talking about it. But we already have like 3 playthroughs going on. Yeah, we have 3 playthroughs. Final Fantasy 12 that I don't feel like playing anymore. We have Final Fantasy 12 that I'm not feeling like playing. We have Devil May Cry 3. We have 99 Wonderland. We have Fortnite. We have Binding of Isaac. That's why I'm telling you, dude, I have to stream less and do more. Isn't it? We did a lot for. We did a lot. We did 2 hours for 99 Wonderland. Yes, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. I'm not feeling good. Tiny Tina. Wonderland. Time to beat. Okay, good. You're telling me like it's a 50 hours playthrough. So we did 4% today. I'm gonna go back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back now. I, I was thinking about why do alcohol make you puke? I don't know why I was thinking about that. And when I was talking about that, is that why I feel like puking now? Alcohol celebration. I just showed you. How crazy is that sentence? My apologies. I'm sorry if I'm such a downer. Why does alcohol make you drunk? That's a good question. It's not like a stupid question, but it's a good question. Alcohol makes you puke. Alcohol is a toxin. The important thing is how your system attempt to quickly sense the excess alcohol. Ooh, nice. Okay. That explains what is my crazy story for puking with alcohol. I was at a party, and I didn't know how to drink. I was not a bad drinker, but what I would do is I would have a budget for alcohol, and what I would do is can't believe I got it. What I would do is I would spend it right away. And I would get drunk, really drunk, the first half an hour of the party. And what I would do is I would just sober up. And when we left the bar, I was good. So yeah, that was my scene. There you go, perfect. You see this? Don't pop your pimple, guys. Though, so feels good. Why does it feel good? I don't know. I didn't even know that I had a pimple a couple minutes ago, so it's not a release until a couple minutes ago. So I would get drunk really, really early on. Just chill, just enjoy the buzz. It was time to go, but I think this was also psychological because you know that you go to a bar for two things. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest, okay? If you're a dude and you're in your 20s or early 20s, you're going to the bar for two reasons. To get drunk and to fuck. That's pretty much it. I knew I couldn't fuck. But then I learned so many lessons in life, things that a bar. I was with this girl, right? And I was getting drunk with a girl, and it was a guy that kept on dragging me, say, "Hey, this girl's interested in you," but she wasn't pretty. I'm sorry to say that I'm not pretty myself, but she wasn't my type, right? And she was like, hey, what should we call it? The guy was dragging me. He's like, dude, she wants you. And I'm like, I'm not interested, but I didn't want to be mean because she was close by. And then he said something that really, and you don't really realize just how much a person knows. You never know, the knowledge, the amount of knowledge a person have. You never know. And he tells me, why are you wasting this time with this girl? She won't fuck you. And I was like, I'm not looking for a fuck. I'm looking for something more. If she's not even willing to fuck me, she's not gonna date me. So I'm like, he's wrong about his approach. If I'm not interested in a girl, I'm not gonna fuck a girl. But the other way is right. Also, she's clearly not interested. So why am I wasting my time? It was a big eye opener, and it was a freaking good lesson. Another bad story. I was so drunk at the bar. I don't know why. It was serving beer drinks in glass bottle, not glass bottle, but glass cup. And I was so drunk, my cup fell, but it fell somebody's head. Yeah, I swear to God. And then I didn't know it would happen, right? And then my friend, he was like, dude, this guy wants to fight now. They were really good friends. Dude, this guy wants to fight now. But did you, oh my God, there's so many stories. That's not the subject today, but hey, there's some really cool story too. There was this, he wanted to fight. We're gonna protect you, but is that true what he said? I don't know, man. and I was like embarrassed because I made them fight for me. So then I said, "I'm sorry, man," and I probably slur. The funniest story I did, the most embarrassing story, honestly, it's insane. I was drinking. I was in a bar, and I remember that there's moments where you're lucid. I remember going to the bar. And I remember going to the girl bathroom. Not even as a perv. I was just too drunk. But he told me, "Hey, this is a woman bathroom." I said, "Oh, sorry," and I just left. I had a friend, Patrick, super nice guy, and Patrick was a dude. Oh, the number of time we laughed at Patrick. Patrick would get really drunk, and so when Patrick was younger, he would get really drunk. I was past the age of getting drunk. Like from 18 to 22, 21, I would get really drunk. I would get really fucked up. And from the age of like 21 to 25, I would go to the bar and just drink a little bit. Patrick would get fucked up. So Patrick, one time he got so drunk he couldn't walk, right? And he walked into a bus, a bike. He walked into a bike, and I was messed up because he apologized to the bike. Why did it not work with me and Patrick as friends? It's my fault. There was an incident. So Patrick was a really good dude because he would look for places. Like he would do the whole job. I was seeing him once a week because we were working together. He was a good worker, and we were making because by then we were working as freaking truck unloader, and we were making a lot. So he was a good dude. He was a good worker too. It was really fun, right? And what we would do, this guy was a fucking blessing, because we would see each other every Friday. We were working in the morning. Every Friday we would see each other. He always chose to. I think that sounds bad when I say that, but he didn't choose a place. He chose the place, but he didn't choose the place. So he would choose a place because he wanted to discover. It wasn't, "Oh, this is my favorite spot." Fuck what you want. It was like, "Hey, just try this out." And he would always find a cool place to try. He would always choose a cool place to try. He didn't have to put work in. But then what we started to do, which was not good, is we started doing one night. So one night is what? One night, you pay for the beer, you pay for everything. One night I pay for everything. And I started noticing that the night that he was choosing for himself were a bit cheaper. Like, we went to a place, which was a really nice place, but they were selling like a $12 apple cider, which was really good, don't get me wrong. It wasn't, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it was an apple cider or an apple beer. And it cost me in one night, it cost me like $200, which is nothing. But at that time I was like pissed, and I got angry at him. I'm like, "Dude, you're drunk right now. I get older than that next time." I was pissed at him, but he was drunk, so I'm like, I can't do anything. And then I start resenting him because I'm like, "Dude, this kind of fucked up. You cannot go to a bar and pay $60 and make your friend pay for $180. It doesn't make sense." Communication is king. I should have told him, like, "Dude, this is fucked up." What was the funniest thing that he did? Well, he was really drunk, and the bar was closing because it wasn't a bar. It was a resto bar, right? It was and the restaurant was closing, but the bar was. How can I put this? So it was I don't remember the place, but it was really weird. It was like a resto bar, right? And there was a restaurant, there was a bar inside. So the restaurant, when it closed, it really closed. Like, you couldn't sit down, the closed section. So you had the bar, but the bar was small. So, for example, the restaurant and the bar could hold 200 people. The bar itself could hold possibly 40 people. So we moved. We were already drunk. So we made a joke, and this was possibly the funniest joke ever. We're two drunk people, and we were partying, and I was making a joke like, we should stand in the corner and look at the wall and just party like that. And he was laughing. So then, so when you're drunk, it makes sense. And then he went to the bathroom. So I started talking to the waitress. And I'm like, "Are you guys okay?" And then when he just, it's such a funny story. If you're watching this, Patrick, I love you, dude. I'm sorry for what I did. It was wrong of me to keep it in. and to be aggressive, passive aggressive. I'm sorry. The guy was amazing, and Patrick, what he did was he went to the bathroom, and I went to see the waitress because she was close by. She's like, "Hey, are you guys okay?" And I'm like, and I don't know why I said that, but I said, "Well, he's sad because he came out to his parents." He came out to his parents. I thought it was funny back then. I thought it was funny. He came out to his parents and didn't take it well. So he goes in, and then the wait. The waitress. That's an amazing story. That's an amazing story. I love you, Patrick, bro. What a nice story. He goes in, and she felt bad for him, so she gave him his hand as their support. He takes the hand and he kisses it like that as a gentleman. So the waitress, she feels bad. She says, "Wait 1 second, because you're gonna pour a drink for free on her, right?" And then my friend is, "Let's get the fuck out of here," because he thought she was. He thought she was calling the bouncer. Like, let's get out of here. There's no choice. There's no chance I'm staying here. But she was just having a drink. Yeah. Yeah. He would say things that are kind of messed up, but kind of like sweet. He was like, "Dude, we missed the last metro." I'm like, "Okay, well, what do you want to do?" He said, "It's okay, we can cuddle for warmth." I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" He was a nice guy. And the cool thing with Patrick was we clicked right away. Because we used to work at a place called Quebec together. And the dude was a nice guy. And we had, psychologically speaking, we had a good place. But just, he was a great worker, but constantly had to tell him what to do. Like, for example, he would do a job that was a couple of seconds. Like, for example, you get an order for 20 pieces. Actually, I have to hook. We were working for a company of galvanizing metal. Set small pieces. You put the small pieces and then you hook them, right? And then he would say things like, "Okay, what we're doing?" I'm like, "Dude, we just finished." Like, they gave us an order. Yeah. I don't say order. Why? Because in French, order is it in English? I order you. I don't know. They give us an order like a minute ago, and they have like 5 beam. So what they would do is they would do 1 beam, 2 beam, order. By the time they finish with the 5th beam, we should have been finished with the 1st beam. And then we just have to wait. But he would go and ask the boss, like, "Hey, what do we do?" And the boss would tell him, "Just wait." And I get it. He was nervous, you know. But he was a great guy. And we had a friend that was kind of an asshole. Not really an asshole, but kind of an asshole. What he would do is he would say fucked up things, and then me and Patrick, we were like, "Dude, let's try to reason him." So we started talking about what is a good act. He's like, "I'm helping my brother." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not helping. That's not kindness." And he was like, he didn't understand why, and Patrick was like, "Dude," and this is like when we knew that was a good friend, because we agreed. It was like, if it wasn't your brother, you wouldn't help him. So he had a level, and he was super interested in geopolitics. He was a smart guy. He was a super nice guy. And then this was possibly my favorite person to work with. The worst person I ever worked with, it's not even the bully. It was a guy that was worse than that. The name of the guy was Daniel. Daniel was insane. And this is I'm so lucky. I'm just so lucky. Because see, I spent so much time at PCT, bro. There was some good years with some bad years. So what he would do is, Daniel was insane. Daniel was gay. Nothing wrong with being gay, but he would openly talk to me and Edward. Edward was the nephew of Mihai. And Edward was one of my good friends. Why? Because he was raised here. So most people that were coming from Romania, they had the Romanian mentality. or the Romanian, like they prefer talking Romanian. But since Edward grew here, he was speaking French a lot, more than Romanian. And he used to laugh because I called the guy Boyets, which was infectious. It wasn't that. Boyets is what boy? It's it's boys, but I didn't mean it as boy. I meant it as guys. The boys. You know? It was super funny. And then what we would do is, it was super cool, but Edward was also very young. When you're young, you're like a bit more, I wouldn't say, you're a bit more accepting, because you're like, okay, well, this is my elder, I have to respect them. And there was this guy, Daniel. Dude, the guy at the table constantly talked about getting fucked because he was horny. He was talking about people bulge. He was talking about people bulge like openly, like, hey, you have a nice bulge, or hey, I bet you this guy doesn't. So it was my bully, and it's like, don't worry, I know why he's a bully. It's like, what's wrong? So, well, you see what he had in his pants. What the fuck are you talking about? And this guy was insane. You know what this guy did? This guy, swear to God, this guy would eat, and this, honestly, this really, like, no kidding, this really bothered me to the extreme extent. He took strawberries. I know it's stupid, but he would eat strawberry and throw away the top layer. Not the top layer, but you know, the stem. I think stem is the right word too. He would throw away the stem. He would throw it on the ground. He would throw it on the ground. Also, he didn't have a perfect to try to live. So he said we had this time off to try to live. And then it wasn't until when he came and then which is an act of actually understanding the muscle. Really moving them, I guess. What's he saying? The microphone that okay, good. Perfect. So that guy was... And then, what happened is, this is a cool story, because he was talking about how he got... what do you call it? I'm thinking about this place. There's a lot of, like, again, there's a lot of unshreddable feelings. I'm glad that I worked there. I'm glad that I had a good time there. But there's a lot of things that I possibly wouldn't accept today, or I possibly wouldn't fly today. Like the confidence that I gained from making content that I have today that I didn't have back then would have been so useful. A situation where my feeling got hurt, and all I had to do was be a man and say fuck off, you know? I still wanted that. I meant that. And the bigger remorse isn't that you got hurt or you didn't have a good time. The biggest remorse is that it's too late to fix things. So, Daniel, what happened was, they made a mistake on the paycheck. So 1 week, I don't know why, he missed a day. But they paid him for 5 days. I'm like, okay, what made a mistake? We paid you for 5 days when you worked 4. But like, oh my god, there's no way. Right? There's no way. And then next week they pay him for 4 days. I'm like, hey, you owe me money. That's not possible. This is illegal. You know? But then it was nuts because you took a fire extinguisher. You took a fire extinguisher and bashed a wall in. Yeah. I was unstable. He was complaining like, hey, I said it was illegal. And technically he's right. If they make a mistake with what you're paying, you got more money, it's their fault. They're responsible. I think, I'm not sure, but I think the way it works is if they owe you money, they're accountable. And if they give you too much, I think they're responsible. They clean this with the croissant. I got myself a nice little croissant egg sandwich. Delicious. Underrated croissant. I'm talking about regrets. One of the best moments was what? Some of the best moments to explain what I'm trying to say was what was the fact that, for example, the bully was a bully because I allowed him to be. But I was such a bitch. Because what he would do is he was always late, but like really late. He was supposed to come at 8 o'clock because the school started at 7. He was coming in at 8:30. And what he would do, he would ask me to open the door. He was such an asshole. He wanted me to open the door, and if I didn't, he would humiliate me. He would be like, hey, he wasn't even mad. And then, when he was late, so it was complex. There was not rules, but it was complex. So, for example, like we had an assistant manager that would give you shit, but not tell the boss. So you still get in trouble, but it wasn't that big of a trouble, you know. So, for example, the bully we talked about. He would brag about coming in late. He would say how I opened the door for him. Like, first of all, you're giving me trouble. And then, what he would do, he put me in trouble so many times. What he would do is, he would, when I didn't open the door, because I was like, fuck that guy because he's an asshole. He would call me. But the best thing that happened was he called me. The phone was in the office because I wasn't allowed the phone because I wanted to be trusted with the phone. And the boss answered. The boss was early, and the guy literally said, hey, open up, I'm here. The boss gave him shit. He gave me shit. But hey, with justice. To get back to my father, I'm gonna finish that after that. I just feel bad, dude. I feel bad that he said, if you're not interested. He literally said that I haven't seen you in a week. So for him, a week is a long time, which I guess it makes sense, but I'm just like, dude, like, a week in life is nothing, you know? But hey, I mean, if he wants to see me, he wants to see me, and next year I'm not gonna be in Montreal, so, yeah. Yep. And that's it. You see, there's so many things, and I feel like this is going back to what we were saying before, like not knowing. Then I can stand up for myself. It's the regret that I have right now for not standing up for myself is because I can stand up for myself right now. I can, well, not physically, but let's mosquito. Let's go back in. Let's go in. Fuck mosquito. Anyway, we had a pretty good time, so I was gonna fall below, level below. See, so the sort of insecurity, if you will, or yeah, sort of insecurities, but more so the way you feel right now, it's direct correlation of what you felt. I kind of put this complex. The direct correlation. How you feel right now could have been if you were the person that you are right now, the problem that you had back then wouldn't have happened. You know, I'm gonna say something that's kind of tricky, but imagine racism. Okay, racism, sexism, right? Imagine that, right? A lot of people that suffer from racism back then. I'm not saying that's not going on right now in society. I'm saying back then, the people that suffer back then, if they were living in today's society, possibly wouldn't have suffered or wouldn't have suffered that much, right? But at the same time, it took some people to suffer to be able to say, "Hey, that's enough. That's enough." You know, you're seeing the is that a flyer mosquito? You see the Anne Frank diary. You know, you realize how bad it was. You see the list, the Schindler's List. You realize just how bad it was. You know, and then like it's to me, it's kind of insane because the end, not the end just not the end just the mean, but the adversity is the mother of creation. So people have to suffer. And ultimately speaking, this is also like a big regret. People have to suffer to be able to improve. People have to be able to improve to become the better version of themselves. So technically speaking, you need to suffer to become a better version of yourself, which is trial and error, trial by fire. So what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you're in a position where you're kind of not necessarily fucked, but in a position where you're kind of fucked because you're like, okay, well, yeah, I've been through shit, and that shit kind of sucks. But did it make me a better person? And then the person that you have in front of you today, the person that is making content, wouldn't be the person. Like, if I didn't suffer, would I even make content? Possibly, but it wouldn't be the same. So, is there solace in the fact that I suffered? Is there solace in the fact that I was forged? I don't know. Because I'm sometimes I look at myself or I find videos. Sorry. And I do find myself very complaining. You know? I do find myself very complaining, but am I complaining because there's a need to complain or because I've been through so much? And then there's no improvements. Because one of the better example that happened tonight. We opened the window. It's gonna be nice. Well, I hope. And this window, the screen is good, so you shouldn't be able to have a mosquito in. What happened with tonight was a perfect example. My mom texts me. She's like, "Hey, Adonis is looking for employees." I'm like, "Okay," but she didn't well, I don't know. I don't think she thinks about that because I think my mom has ADHD like me. I don't know who has it, my father or my mom. Sometimes I think it's my mom, sometimes I think it's my father. And I told her, that's perfect. And I know I'm not going to apply there. It's too far. When I apply, for example, if I apply on Joboom, on Kijiji, on anything, when I apply online, they literally tell you what? They tell you how far it is. They tell you the distance. You can have a geolocalization, and you can even put the amount of kilometers that you want. For example, I live in X. I want a maximum of X plus 100 or minus 100. Minus 100 plus 100, south, north, east, west, plus, minus, right? So you can say that, and they'll allow you to be like, okay, well, you can put it as low as you want. Of course, if you put it at 10 fucking kilometers, you won't find anything. Because it's nuts, because you take a very a very young small person. You take a very young person, right? And you start very young, very, very young, right? And you start, I don't know what age, but you start very young. You say, hey, you're gonna do you're gonna travel the whole world. And I don't think it's possible in a lifetime. It's 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 not possible, of course. Look. Hi, Jiminy.
Hi. How can I help you today?
You doing good?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I was wondering how much time will it take to bike your way through the whole surface of the world?
It would take about 100,000 days, around 274 years, of continuous, non-stop cycling at a standard pace of 15 miles per hour to cover a distance equivalent to Earth's entire surface area. However, since you cannot bike on water, which covers 71% of the planet, cycling just the total land surface area would take about 29,000 days, around 80 years of non-stop riding.
And if we do, we raise the pace.
If you raise the pace to a fast, consistent 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, of continuous, non-stop cycling, total land area, approximately 21,750 days, about 59.5 years. Total surface area, including oceans, approximately 75,000 days, about 205 years.
When you mentioned continuous non-stop cycling, do you include sleep?
No. Continuous non-stop means riding 24 hours a day without any breaks for sleep, food, or rest. If you factored in 8 hours of sleep and normal rest breaks, cycling a realistic 8 hours a day, you would need to triple those times. Total land area at 20 miles per hour, about 178 years.
Okay, Gemini, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Let me know if you need anything else.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Have a great one.
See, I know it's a robot, but it still has to be nice. Still has to be nice. Still trying to be nice. Fun fact, I heard a story. This is an insane story. I heard that Terminator and the Matrix are in the same universe, and I heard the person, the person that wrote the Matrix was really invested with the Bible, or interested in the Bible, and the Neo character is supposed to be the Christ. Yeah, fun fact. So to go back to what I was saying, knowing that it's you won't see everything, you won't experience anything. You get this very small amount of time on planet Earth, and you get a very small amount of time with events and how you choose to live your life. Like, you look back at your life. This is also insane because as you get older, time becomes to spend a little bit faster, right? And you're like, oh yeah, but I'm 33 years old. I still have so much time. Yeah, but the time that I have left is less meaningful than the time I had now. So why does time feel sped up? Because you're so used to, for example, right? a year passed like that, right? You're like, how the fuck did that happen? Well, because you lived 33 years, right? So a year equates to 3% of your life, and 3% is less. For example, if you're 20 years, every single year equates to 5% of your life. So it passed faster because, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at your life, 1 year is nothing. So knowing that you won't experience everything, and you look at yourself, right? And you look at yourself and you're like, the amount of things that I experience isn't enough. This is why I was thinking of with PCT. Like, I had some good years, I had some bad years. And I was thinking it because I'm thankful they're bad years because they taught me a lot. I'm thankful they're bad years because I have I've seen things, you know. Not a war vet, but I've seen things. However, is the lesson comprehend? Did I improve from that lesson? Did I truly change? If that situation was to happen today again, would I act the same way, a different way? Would I allow it to hurt as much as I did? Or would I allow it to affect me as much as I did? And the answer is I don't know. The answer is I don't know until I test it, and until I test it, there's no meaning to it. There's no meaning to it. And it's tough because your value as a person is how much you're capable of doing, how much you're able to do, and this is the same thing, by the way, in case you didn't know. How much you're able to withstand, survive, and how much you contribute, right? And I just don't know if I do enough. Like, I look at my life and I'm like, cool, you did a lot. Like, for example, what we're doing right now, I don't think anybody has ever done that. I don't think anybody has ever like done over 4 or 5 hours. Because you look at people that were streaming every day. You look at people that were okay. Well, streaming is kind of different because when you look at it, you see people that stream 12 hours. Like, for example, you see Asmon Gold. Hi, Gemini.
Hi. How can I help you today?
Can you please give me a list of the most prolific streamer? Not most rich, not most famous, but most prolific.
When evaluating creators by pure work ethic and broadcast volume, total lifetime hours streamed, rather than fame or wealth, a distinct group of exceptionally prolific streamers emerges. The top lifetime grinders: Gathalion, Corey Michael, renowned as one of the most consistent grinders in streaming history, logging well over 20,000 lifetime broadcast hours across Twitch and Mixer by maintaining strict, massive daily schedules for years. Coach Carnage, Ben Cassell, famous for his legendary 2,000+ day consecutive daily streaming streak. He has put in over 25,000 hours of airtime, treating streaming like a mandatory full-time corporate shift without taking days off. Summit 1G, Jared Lazar. While incredibly famous, he qualifies as highly prolific by averaging 300 to 400 hours every single month for over a decade. He has amassed over 30,000 lifetime hours on air. The always-on streamers, if prolific, include...
Thank you, Gemini.
You're very welcome. Let me know if you need anything else.
As a content creator, what is considered to be prolific?
For a content creator, being prolific means maintaining an exceptionally high volume of output and consistency over a long period. In concrete terms, it generally looks like this: video creators / YouTubers, publishing multiple polished videos per week, or maintaining a daily upload schedule for years. Streamers, broadcasting 40 to 80+ hours a week, often without taking weekends or holidays off. Writers / podcasters, releasing daily articles, newsletters, or podcast episodes. Ultimately, it is about treating content generation like a relentless, full-time production line where the factory never shuts down.
Perfect. Thank you for your answer.
Anytime. Let me know if you want to dive deeper into content creation strategies.
Will do. Thank you.
You got it. Have a great day.
Gotta go bathroom. Not feeling good, guys, but don't worry. Today, no junk food. No junk food will be consumed today. By the way, what time is it? It's 9:56. Shit. It's an hour of content. Sorry about that, you guys. I forgot to press play. I said, not feeling very good. Sorry, guys. Don't worry today. Oh, feels good. Stretching my balls. Today, don't worry, today we're not eating junk food at all. And I said, what time is it? And I said, oh shit, I missed an hour of content. If he's live. I don't think he's live though. I should not be in live. Yesterday. Suwali. I would have loved to be Suwali. Knowing.
Une application pour faire une vidéo de genre 1 minute, ça serait vraiment apprécié, ou juste quelqu'un qui peut faire une vidéo intro, puis de fin de vidéo YouTube, ça serait vraiment apprécié.
See, asking for shit again and again and again. Okay.
J'adore le vin. Ça, c'est hot. J'adore le vin. Ça, c'est hot. Les gars, ils vont prendre 2 minutes pour parler d'un peu.
AI. As if I do you, never knew you. It takes time for what, bro? What a waste of water. That's such a shame. Such a shame.
Seriously? What the hell? Is that on here?
Holidays in Australia? This hasn't been switched on. It's just been safe in the Aussie style. Just goes to show.
And no way.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now...
Hi, guys.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
My butthole hurts from last night.
Be thankful you don't live in Phoenix, Arizona, because I just got off the bus, right? Take my backpack off. You see that? See, oh, it gets even worse.
We left dough that we got from Oregano's for the kids to play in the car, and it fucking cooked the top. The bottom, literally, what the?
It's too hot outside.
Look at how nuts it is, bro. Look at this. This is insane. Insane.
Seriously? What the hell? Is that on here?
Holidays in Australia? This hasn't been switched on. It's just been baking in the Aussie style. Just goes to show.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
You just fucked up.
And right now...
Hi, guys.
Yeah, by the way, I got my first ad for GTA 6. Maybe McGee. Okay, maybe that guy. McGee. Okay.
C'est marrant, tu trouves pas? Tous ces gens qui t'aiment pas et qui regardent quand même tout ce que tu fais. Coucou.
When it's too hot.
Y'a juste moi qui se dit que ça va dans le mur, là, parce que même, tu t'en vas dans le mur, là, tu t'en vas dans le mur. Là, j'ai pensé à ça avant de me coucher, là. OK? Là, je veux pas faire chier personne, là. Je veux pas chercher le trou. Mais là, y'a de quoi qui me dit, là? Y'a du monde qui a vu des vidéos, le bon, il m'a juste à toucher. Mais Big, comment tu peux faire du live avec quelqu'un qui va descendre à toucher la face d'un pédo?
Who is he? I think this is a. Oh, we're streaming. And after all, you might wonder, well. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to see if I could possibly watch Haunted tonight, but I feel like there's nothing tonight. However, we do have some record of yesterday, which is gonna serve purposes because today we're doing some Fortnite. If I ever get off this fucking live, TikTok live, I think this live is gonna be for tomorrow. And again, this is what I got happen tomorrow. Like, I don't feel like doing it because I just did 3 hours here. That's why. I don't know, because I did it a lot. Because I could do the intro, then I just stop and I do what I have to do in the morning. It'd be cool. I don't know. But yeah, so we were checking out the content creator. It's insane. Like, knowing that I did what I do, right? How much I do, how much I work. This is gonna be a harder worker than me. For example, Coke Carnage, I know. Actually, he's a good guy. I don't remember what I know him from. I don't remember exactly what. There you go. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
I don't think I can let him show. Oh, Pet.
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh, what a good boy.
And even then, you look at it, 770 videos. But then, what possibly happened was he streamed, and only yeah. So you see here, this is fantastic. He started streaming, but he started uploading on YouTube. So you look at the oldest video. The first video that I did was tips and tricks for V Rising, which was 2 years ago. So in 2 years, he uploaded 770 videos, which is about a video per day, and some days he did some too. Ooh. Good. It's human. It's one Elden Ring DLC finale. And it's very digestible content because look, he's like, how did I beat the Elden Ring? Well, it's 20 minutes.
Oh, that is so cool! Yeah, come on, woo, let's go!
Dude.
Oh my Jesus!
My
That's
ball is
awesome.
sweating, so very itchy.
Dude, are you what? This game is awesome. This is a game that I've been looking forward to for a long time. That I need.
The guy's a good guy.
About
You can tell by a person. Like, it take a couple seconds, but you can tell it's a good guy. So yeah, so you think that you're doing so much, but you're not doing that much, right? For example, we've been doing this for 274 days. The least I've done in one day is a single video, but it's still a video. And the least that I filmed for the tower is possibly 8 hours. So we still have, but with the tower I'm cheating. So And it also looks like I work a lot, but I'm not, because if you think like with the tower, for example, we did 7 hours, which is the right amount. Anyway, 7 hours, right? And we did 7 hours, and you take 7 hours times 9, soon times 10. Ooh, today I have to change something, yeah. I have to switch the AC from a wire from here to over there. Am I gonna be able to? I don't know. Why? Because the wire is long, but I don't know if it's long enough. The computer, forget about it. But it should be doable. It should be very doable. I'm gonna have to buy another. My father bought some power outlets, and believe it not, there's literally USB output, which is insane. There's only one of them, and there's two normal, but still, I think it's pretty freaking cool. What else? I have to change the AC. Yeah, it's gonna be important. It's gonna be important. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? So I think I'm gonna stop here, right? Because I want to focus. But long, I was talking about how if you take away this tower, am I doing that much? No. If I'm not doing, if I'm taking away things that I'm doing because I don't feel like they're hard work, what is considered hard work? What is work at all? It's complex. It's a complex question for society. Complex question for, okay, chill, bro. Chill. Shout out to Shao San, and I've been watching a lot of UFC lately. This guy is fucking phenomenal. I've been wondering why I don't know how to be when I think of me, and it's a freaking best time. You think you're the best thing, you're even not a thing, and then I want you that way. Tell me. See, I did a edit. Not good. It's not enough. What do you see? And I. Ooh. Now this is nice. Now the weather's nice. See, it's not too hot. Well, we have the window open. We have the AC going on. It's not bad, but it's gonna be too hot for them. Is it gonna be too hot for the phones? Think about the people that we just saw in the video. Like with garbage melting. At the same time, like one of those was Australia. I don't think Australia counts, with all due respect. Because you're born in the heat. It's not new from yesterday. You're born in the heat. You know? So you're like, okay, well that sucks for sure, but at the same time, okay, so now I have to figure out something. See, they tell me that. Okay, there's a 324. Tree 23, 24. So we're really starting to get tired. This is why we're not doing the content in the morning. So if you look at a place where you're born hot, like I don't know a lot of people that live in Africa that complain about the weather being hot. You know, a lot of people, when they believe about Darwinism, Musume is a great game. It's just takes a long time. We'd live the best of both worlds when I pick out the show. And we'll do times 2 again. Give me time to rest. Does it take time to heal? Hope you feel better, knowing that I'll stay clear. Do I not know you the best? And am I not always real? Am I not the great upsetter? Do I not do what I want, not all that I want? I'll stay here. Do I not make it best? Make second to do so the rest. That's how well check. Misbehave. Much doubt have I met. Have I stayed true to you? Help you feel better. Good. I'm going to do this like that because I want to upload and delete. We just made 15 gigs of storage. It's a shame. I should have not checked out what is a prolific content creator. See my friend, perfect circle. Perfect circle. To let you know, I was thinking to myself prolific, but then I don't know what prolific truly means, and I'm not even close to it. So fuck me, dude. Anyway, on that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Be yourself. Be happy. You're the only person that's in charge of your life. Peace. Tired. Dumbling is your boy Ink. Welcome from Third Show. Just doing well, having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious, day 273 of Project Vendetta. Today we're gonna do the game review. We a gamer. So we a gamer. You might have noticed that I'm using this terminology for now. We a gamer is just testing out games and just having fun and just chilling. So today we're talking about not one, not two, but 3 games. We are talking about Sword and Staff. We're talking about Space Defender. We're talking about Idol Museum. I think I did both. I think I did it already. Did I do Idol Museum? I did. Yeah. Space Defender I didn't do. We're talking about Space Defender. We're talking about Trailer Park Boys, Greasy Money. We're talking about Planet Miner. And we're talking about yeah, that's where I started already. So let's start with Trailer Park Boy Greasy Money. You guys know that I've been playing the game for what should we call it? I've been playing the game for, how can I put this? For kind of that day. But I'm not gonna be playing it again. You guys know the story. I used to play a lot. I think it's a great game. I think it's funny. I think the Trailer Park Boys is a genre that I love, and I really want to play the game. But let's be honest with the flaws. Let's talk about the pros and then we'll talk about the flaws, okay? Because I think, oh, I got a text. Of the width, nor I don't know. Try to get through to you. If you knew how hot the phone was, insane. Oof. Nice, let's go. Perfect. So with Trailer Park Boys, the pros of it is, again, I think the game is funny. I think the characters are endearing. I think it's, if you're a Trailer Park Boy fan, it's perfect because you not only got every single episodes in, you get every single character, you get every single storyline. There's made up storyline just for the game. There's people like Carrot Top, Tom Green, which are not part of, well, kinda. Okay, they're not part of the Trailer Park Boy universe per se, but somewhat through the podcast, somewhat through Swearnet's movie. So you get those characters, which is fantastic. And it's just fun. It's just fun. It's an idle game, so you don't have to do a lot. Now, let's talk about the bad part, right? So Trailer Park Boy Greasy Money is a game that requires a lot of time, okay? And this review seems to be very harsh, but it's because I care about the franchise. It's something that takes a lot of time. First of all, you gotta automatize your business, but it's not normal that I'm playing for 2 hours and my business are not automatized, right? It's not normal. They also work with trunks, so you can log in during the main game every 4 hours to get a trunk, which is card and something to increase card. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember I was missing a game. I remember what it is. It's Earth Inc. It's Earth Inc. So you have that. You have the fact that you have to come back every 2 hours. Now, if you're trying to waste time, it's fantastic. Every 2 hours, like, hey, let's do this. But it's very micromanagement. And if you're making content, it's not great. So, for example, we've been playing a lot of Planet Idol Miner lately, and they're asking you to come every 2 hours. But it's cool because every 2 hours, what you do is you come back, you sell your stuff, you start seeing, okay, well, this is what I need next, the next item that I need. You start creating the item, you try to producing the item, and then when you're coming back in 2 hours, your item is not only done, you're into advanced. So it's small increment, but it's still there. With Tripper Boys is, I'm gonna wait for 2 hours. I'm gonna get a trunk, which doesn't mean I'm gonna get what I need to automate the building. The business doesn't necessarily means that I'm gonna get what I need, and then what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to wait another 2 hours. But it's not normal that I'm waiting at 2 hours and there's no progress. You understand what I mean? And also, there's like flaws with the game. So for example, right? For example, they'll give you most of the cash. So once in a while, Conky will show up and say, hey, if you click on me, you get some cash. However, the cash is for your automatic business, right? So for example, to the event what we're dealing with, is, and this is what I don't like at all. What we're dealing with that was that they were saying things like along the lines of, hey, oh, that feels fucking good. That feels good. You know what? I'm gonna do a Planet Idol Miner video after that. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, and I'm gonna do a more profound. So, for example, the business that Conky will give you bonuses to advertise. So, for example, one of your business gives you 1 T. If advertise one of your building gives you 1 U, and it's not A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P S T U. U is still 1,000 more. But since it's not automatized, the bonus won't count it in. So like, okay, well, I have to stay in the access. And you can use auto clicker, but that's not a game, right? Also, my issue with some of the events is that there's story to it. So, for example, you get to the beginning of the story, which is a really fun story because it's a small like event. But then you have to reach a certain level to get the rest of the story. So if you didn't reach it, then you gotta have a story and there's no point to it, if that makes sense. There's 271 chapters, and they're really asking you to take your time with every single chapter. So you can do 1 chapter per day, which is still 271 days. So it's a lot, you know? However, I think it's enjoyable. Now we got Space Defender. Space Defender was really cool. Space Defender, it's described itself as sort of a StarCraft. So you got basically at a base, you got worker, they mine crystal for you. When you do the crystal, you can upgrade your worker, you can upgrade your fighters, right? The more crystal you have, the more you can upgrade. The more upgrade you have, the more you can fight. The more fighting you have, the better it is. That makes sense. That's cool, right? So there's a lot to like here. There's a lot to like. Like the game itself is, in my opinion, really cool. However, it's very. So for example, with Tripper Boys, there was this RNG element to it. No, there's none. There's none. Like you can increase your, well, I guess because you get special increase, for example, 50% to this unit, right? Which is fun, but at the same time, it's not normal that I'm reaching tier 3. I tried like 2 times, and 2 times I don't have it. So tier 3 took me 50 minutes, and after 50 minutes, I'm already having a spike of difficulty. So in Tripper Boys, there's an ask for money to buy specific cards. So like I said, you can have random card, but you can also have specific card. Specific card asks you for liquor or hash coins. Hash coin you can buy and liquor you can get, but they're very rare. For this one, you can buy better units early on, but it's not really worth it because you don't know what the game is. It's very simple but very fun. We got Earth Inc. Earth Inc. is basically a game where this is kind of cool because you're basically mining the earth for minerals, right? And the game itself is very fun because you got miners, you got automatized tap, you got tap yourself, and basically what you do is this is really cool. You scavenge a planet until it gets destroyed, then you move on to another planet. The game is fun, however, it's quite repetitive. So you got the same miner, which is Picky Tim. There's a penguin. There was an older lady. There's a driller, which is Bill Burr. Yeah, driller. So the game itself was kind of cool, but it's very repetitive. So it was fun for like a couple hours, and I guess the time killer is actually pretty nice. And very original. I have to say, as a clicker, one of the more original that I've seen lately. We have another game which is Idle Planet Miner. So Idle Planet Miner, the reason I wanted to do it is because I was looking for another game, and Tech Tree is phenomenal for the tower. So I wanted to try again Planet Idle Miner. This is a game that I tried before. It's a game that I liked before. It's a game that I did before. However, there's a huge problem with the game, and I remember why I stopped playing it. So I'm gonna show you because I think it's actually quite nice. I think it's quite nice. Ooh, it's uploaded. Ooh, baby. I don't wanna be anything other than sorry, be later. I don't wanna be peace of mind, and I don't wanna be anything. Hold on, we have so many games. So one of the nicest part about Idle Planet Miner is the way the game look. By the way, today we're gonna be buying 3 ships, which is gonna cost me $1.50. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay, man. It cost me how much? Holy shit, look at this. It's $42 and $14.14. It's expensive. Life's expensive, dude. Look, this is one of the fun. So you get planets. I'm gonna show you. It's super simple. The game is actually gorgeous. Super simple. You got planets. You got ship. The ships are coming in. They're actively helping you grow. So to me, this looks beautiful. And it's funny because if you look at the tower, it's gonna be a perfect example. You see the tower here. You don't see me shoot. You see this tower here. The tower here, you're seeing every single projectile, which I think is fun, right? So yeah, so it's a question of what you prefer. It's a question of what you like. But in my opinion, I do think that the game itself looks better when it's slow. The reason why I stopped playing Prom was because it was too easy. I bought ships, and everything was so fucking easy. There was no competition. It was so you start and everything is fast enough to go instant. So like, okay, well, what's the point? Oh, we'll do 24 hours. Yeah. So what's the point? What is the use of it? Because you're like, I start the game and I already have like not necessarily max stats, but I have good enough stats to really speed up. And ultimately speaking, what you do is you get more planets. So there's gonna be a point where I do need to start good, but it's just that it's not normal for me to play a game for like a month and be more than halfway through the game. Well, it's normal, but still not for a rogue with incremental elements. So I don't plan matter. We're gonna talk about it more tomorrow morning. We're gonna do a video specific for that. But it's really good. It's really freaking good, and we'll do another video for that. But it's just amazing. Now we have the last two. We have our last game. Yeah, Sword and Staff. So Sword and Staff is very special. Sword and Staff I played on release day. I did not like it. I did not like the art style. I didn't like the mechanic for moving, but I've been seeing a lot of people play it, and it actually looks good. So possibly the beginning is not that fun, but after that it gets better. So we're gonna give it a second try, a second chance. I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna be feeling good. Possibly not the most interesting game that I played. Possibly not the most interesting game that I'll do. But I think as a content creator, I think it looks good. It's very posy. It's very chill. It's very calm. Very posed. So I think that this could be fun. Yeah, my inner thigh itch. That's it for today. So this is the game we're gonna be playing. We're gonna start for restarting it, just to give it another chance. It might end up in the same case of fuck it, but who knows? Bathroom again. I don't wanna be anything. Try to be lady. I don't wanna be mama. I don't wanna be. Okay, let's go. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Nice. Good. Big stretch.
If you have a cat and you're not stretching them, you're missing out.
Habib. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Hello, do you believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Hi.
If you ever see a hippo never touch its tail, the first reason is like a helicopter propeller.
Oh.
Going to the bathroom, a hippo spins its tail like a helicopter blade. The speed of its tail flings its poop several meters away. By doing this, the hippo marks its territory and attracts a mate. But that's not the only danger. Well,
What the?
okay, well, can you use it? Yeah. Well, you do one side, do another side. Okay. So y'all never met my sister, but this is my sister. This is actually the first time of her actually coming on stream. GG in the house. And these are my other two sisters.
What does that mean? Why is there money on the table?
There is a cash cow. It just, that was his father's phrase. I never said that phrase.
Aaron Carter's voice was nearly breaking as he spoke, while his mother casually excused herself. Yes, his parents treated him like a cash cow. 10 years of non-stop touring and recording took away his childhood. He was said to have earned over $500 million, yet his accounts were nearly empty, with over $4 million in tax debt. On his 18th birthday, his father allegedly held a gun to his ear and pulled the trigger to force him to sign a $250,000 check. He permanently lost 70% of hearing in his right ear. In adulthood, Aaron struggled with addiction and debt. He was found dead in his bathtub at 34. In the end, the cash cow was gone. What it had always wanted was a real embrace.
What does that mean? Why is there
So, I got a new hairstylist.
Okay, it's actually a badass song. Though. This is actually pretty good. I love that song. Quick. Such a badass song. Nice.
Are you picking up replacement? I'll be right with you.
Lost wood. Bill.
The Lost Woods have long been a feature of some titles, a series of screams that seem to endlessly keep repeating. In our green time, these woods can be found next to the Kokiri Forest. Normally, to get to the woods, you would have to listen to Saria's song that only sound at certain exits. Following that song allows you to find the secret temple and Saria at the end. But there are other ways through. One involves shooting or throwing any item through an exit. If it makes it through, then you know that is the safe way. But honestly, a far easier way is just looking at the darkness between the rooms. If it's completely black, then you know that that's a safe way to go through. The slightly tinted exits are instead loading zones. By recognizing these differences, you can easily get through without any other tricks or sound cues. Just remember, the exit is to the north in the end. The Lost Woods have long been a feature of solo titles, a series of screams that seem to endlessly keep repeating. In our green time, these woods can be found next to the Kokiri Forest. Normally, to get to the woods, you would have to listen to Saria's song that only sound at certain exits. Following that song allows you to find the secret temple and Saria at the end. But there are other ways through. One involves shooting or throwing any item through an exit. If it makes it through, then you know that is the safe way. But honestly, a far easier way is just looking at the darkness between the rooms. If it's completely black, then you know that that's a safe way to go through. The slightly tinted exits are instead loading zones. By recognizing these differences, you can easily get through without any other tricks or sound cues. Just remember, the exit is to the north in the end.
Okay. Lost Woods. Red Bills. That was close. My apologies. Maybe if I put this in this. Lyrics. So you want to play? No problem. It's okay. Spotify. Spotify. Lost Woods, Red Hills. Ah, Red Hills. Okay, I found it. You do Red Hills. Red Hills. No, fuck. I have to go to YouTube. I'm gonna go through the artist and look for the song itself.
So where'd you get the
Red Hills. Another guy. Actually found you. Don't blink is your way in potential. Considering we're also having a wonderful day. We just finished a 3 hours live on TikTok. It was 2 hours and 40. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to sleep a little bit because I did sleep the best. Wake up in time to stream. Dude, I feel like I'm sleeping a lot lately, but I'm not feeling the best lately. So that's weird. So we're gonna be trying to sleep, trying to wake up, just trying to stream before we go live on TikTok tomorrow. And that's the plan. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay. So good night, Crown. You want to actually check it out first? Dude, why are you always fucking... doing that? Okay, good. That's it. Hi, Gemini.
Hello. How can I help you today?
Can you please find this song for me? Again? Light bulb tree.
Are you picking up or placing an order? I'll be right with you, okay?
Lost wood. Okay, good night. Good night, Speedster. Good night, Vaz. Good night, Shield. Good night, Sword. Okay, good. Good. Perfect.